And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today we will be continuing the MSQ for Dawn Trail. I needed to take a little break. We were able to do the Moonfire Fair and got that done. That was the first real bit of vacation that I felt I had in a long time, and I know I said that in that segment of the Let's Play. It really was the first time that I had a vacation. You know, there's been very little adventure and very little vacation with the first half of the MSQ. It felt very formulaic and by the numbers, and at times just straight up boring and hard to get through. So now that we're no longer having to hold Wuklamat's hand, in some cases quite literally, hopefully this next part gets a little bit better. I have a feeling I'm gonna overlevel and be 97 before I hit the 97 dungeon, because that's just how it's been, but fortunately, I've been leveling. I'm almost 98 with Black Mage. I've also been leveling the Summoner, so that's also 96. That's at the start of 96. Not that far behind Viper, so I can use that in the meantime to fill in any level 96 quests that I wind up being overleveled for. And now let us talk to Erinville and get the show on the road. The long road to Xak Tural. Erinville is ready to set off. I should hope so. I've left him waiting for a little bit. Ready to get underway? Yep. Then present your travel pass to that guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Xak Tural is a wonder in its own right. Go on, show your pass to the travel guard. I like that there's the little trivialness that it's weird that they don't really want you talking to the NPCs like that, but the flavor text there is still rather nice. This gate is barred to all save those with express permission from one of the Dawn Servants. I have a pass. Signed by Val Wuklamat herself. My apologies, sir. If you would wait here just a moment. I'd have to imagine that gate would open frequently somewhat for those who do have passes. Otherwise, they're effectively blocking off half of their nation. Ooh. Okay.
Shall we then?
I don't know, for some reason that animation didn't look as crisp as I've seen animations before. And now it's crisp again. Maybe it was just too much detail. Fog.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shitonatam. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition. My home, Yasolani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier.
Alone, okay.
As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
Ooh. Okay. I don't think I even saw that in Elpis. Maybe it wasn't in testing at that point. Oh, and now the fog is lifted and we have sun. And now I see why you said the sun beats down. Well, what have we here? Shotan Ronak. I think it's Ronak. Or is it Roni? Let me know in the comments. Given the fact that Sorelja is L, it's probably Ronak. Right, so, if one will suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. The Ronak have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable, picking up the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since last I was here. I really like that backpack. I need to finish the Kataro's Grand Adventure stuff. Not the best start to our journey. Yeah, but it's part of it now. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. About that, sir. As well traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronak that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife has shown signs of aggression too. A merchant should be returning soon. Did I skip? Oh god, if I skipped. Oh man. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Ronak for a safer trip. I must have skipped dialogue. Dang. It feels like I did. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wild. Actually, I might be a little concerned. The Ronak Aaronville, the Ronak Aaronville, the Ronak. Whatever gets us where we're going faster. So this is the little concerned. This is technically the correct one. Haha, if this is your first time to Shaloni, Shaloni, I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. A fair point. If we're to give you the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. I still want to call it Shalwani, but Shaloni. Right. Change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time while we're reading. Figured you're heading to, Husatawi. Then I'll have a man bring the Ronak over there. Just mind yourselves around the drunkards and the troublemakers, eh? Why do I get the feeling that this place has a cowboy vibe? Won't take long. Rest assured. They definitely speak with a different style here compared to Xak Tural. Won't take long. Rest assured. Keep an eye out for a man in Husatawi with 2 running. Okay. If Aaronville wanted, I could actually get. I could get into my car. Hello, Autumn. Wanting chin rubs as usual. Then stop using the mouse, the computer mouse, and rub my chin. Didn't want to play my game. Yeah, see? I'm riding the car. Last time I was here, this was a little more than a camp with a shop or 3.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
Pretty barren, but
Hey! Now hold on a minute.
Some sort of trouble.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the Deputy Chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
He's corrupt. But the law keeper's corrupt.
That's how it's gonna be.
Stereotypical.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Justinian.
Is that?
Yep. How'd he get in?
There's a
in
time to
here?
fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
What? Hey!
What are you doing, Zekawa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
Vernek. I thought it was that.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekawa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
I'm more interested in Justinian right now.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Or at least the gate to it.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Xak Tural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Going wherever the wind blows there? How very like you.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
So long as he doesn't spend
But for
all
now,
that money.
I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
Well, if he's hunting, and then he's probably eating it. Okay, first off, we'll check in with Aaronville in a bit. First, let the tune. Always a tune first. No sooner do we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. This Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. The peoples of Shaloni rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would sooner not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. Thus, the Dust Watch was likely established by supporters of Kona, preferring peace being enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zoralja's authority. Good thing he lost then. All of which is to say that unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. Okay, so no drawing weapons and running around with weapons out. Okay, got it. No going AFK with your weapon drawn in town. Okay. It kind of ruins the aesthetic, but whatever. We're still, yeah, 95? Oh, okay. Saddled up, Aaronville would not dither about for long. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronek by now. I'll go on ahead and to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Okay, no blue quests. Oh, Gemstone Trader. And I've attuned. Doesn't seem to be much else for it. Oh, ether current. Must get the ether current. Northeast. Somewhere over here. 756. I have a feeling I'll be over that way in a bit. Nothing else here. Now that I think on it, this is the first time I've ever traveled with only a single companion. It makes for fewer complications. Considering you were used to traveling with no one, that, I don't know if I'm to take that as an insult or as a compliment. File it under the Bilbo Baggins, school of, wordplay. If you know the line from Lord of the Rings, you know the line. The friend, I take it? Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies, targeted merchants as a result. We've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our running. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Sheshnawezi Spring. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dust Watch dealt with this banditry? Kemaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up's easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then. If you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. I currently have nothing here. Ready? Then saddle up. Your friend seems to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Alright, actually, no, let's talk to Aaron. We'll see if he has. This is your first time riding? Yes, even so, I can't imagine it'll prove difficult for you. Okay. Yes, let's go. I wonder if we can get this as a mount. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. Continue to be struck by how much Charlone has changed. That town we just visited wasn't here several years ago. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turned to Nepali tenders. Nepali tenders? Is that like Sabo tenders? Not just for the water and their scents, but also the fruits are said to be nutritious and delicious. See that hole there? Some might... oh... Okay, eruption of flames from within makes for a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tale to people who wander too close. The Wallachie, meanwhile, show great reference to ceruleum and its blue flames. I know about them, but that is a discussion for another time. We're here. Good thing for these Ronak. Well, we better have a discussion for that other time. I'm a blue mage. But he probably doesn't know that, to be fair. Maybe not a great blue mage, but I am a blue mage. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Ronak. Now then. This is Sheshnawezi Spring, Sheshnawezi Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shaloni. People travel here from all over, hoping to find their fortune. The change come to Usotawi was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years they've been away. Oh, he's only been away 3 years. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. You're the local. Iyate, or Ayate, however you pronounce that, is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'll never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin. As she traveled about Tural, I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Okay, so we're looking for a Shatana? Yeah, Shatana. Hitsaru are the cat people. A Shatana with blue hair. Well, just look for the marker. But are there any southeast? Sorry, gotta get the ether current. And there it is. Oh, that? Oh. Okay. Did not mean to change jobs, but that should theoretically make it a little bit easier to get around. So that's a no poly tender. I suppose that, nothing local. Ooh. Maybe Estinian got confused and thought it was a Sabatender. Yes, I'm Iyate, and who might you be? He is my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Elena Aaronville. Yes. Come on, just a man grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Iyate. She's known my mentor since they were children. Nice to meet you. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown, Elenishbia. Oh! So that's his real name, Elenishbia. Elena, what now? Is that what they call you here? Alright. I was born Elenishbia. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Vieira conditions. Vieira conventions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you would continue using my chosen name. Fine. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It would be good to see Akiwa? I assume that's how it's pronounced, again. She's the finest archer I know, Elenishbia's mother and mentor. Every time I dropped by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Iyate. Even among the Shitona. Oh, I couldn't compare to Kakiwa, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Galul Jaja's traveling companions, after all. Oh, so she was the bun girl. Ooh. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Elenishbia was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, so it's not just a friend, but a babysitter. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Iate, please. Somebody needs to open up. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it? Yep, or at least the gate to it. As part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Well, we should be on our way. What's that about? Was there a noise? I didn't hear anything. We'll investigate. Please wait here. Okay, I need to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Looks like we have some People just standing around. What do you want? Another dialogue, okay. No doubt these are the infamous local bandits. Namika? Please, what's Namika doing here? Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklamat's nursemaid. Erinville, Myrokos. Hey, what? Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did you say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss, we'll deal with this. Is this Mad Max gear that they're wearing now? Please, you've got to give it back. And off she goes. I'm going after Namika. This lot I leave to you. Cocky bastard, I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with them later. First we need to put this one in the dirt. So a bunch of machinists. Or are these musketeers? I don't see any hip. I don't see any ether gauge. Right. Autumn, I need the keyboard. Yes, I do. I'm going to need the keyboard soon. We're dead if the boss finds out. Dude, that was not very helpful. Walking in front of the keyboard when the human needs it is not helping. Now, Autumn decided that was a great moment to just walk in front of the keyboard and try to interrupt me. Which would have been very awkward. No need to worry, she's fine. I hope so. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they're headed. I honestly didn't know it was Namika until the cutscene started. You said they stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn Servant, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much and of my plans to return home to Yasselani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name if only they had left me that bracelet. Well, you were gonna have to get it back then. I would ask what you intended to do, but I know that look. We're getting that bracelet back. I'll knock them senseless. It's what Wuklamad would want. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I've been putting myself in harm's way for everyone's sake. This is nothing. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Myrokos will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamad puts so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Sheshnawezi Springs. Not certain I'll ever get used to pronouncing that name. She'll be safer in town, and with Iyate there to help, there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. And back into town. Although, actually, 106. Let's get that ether card. Let's see if we can find the ether card. Southwest. Actually, you know what? Bed mount is nice. I want to move the no. I want to replace that. Okay, there we go. Ooh. I have a feeling I don't want to be here. Yeah, or I may find myself coming here later. If it was taken by bandits and that's a bandit hideaway, where I'm gonna be there eventually. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. Stop apologizing. Getting involved in other people's business is what we do as adventurers. A number of Iate's mining fellows are here as well. Namika is in good hands. Aaronville told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. that bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. You know what? Because I'm in 95, I'm going to swap over. I'm gonna swap over. Because I don't want to get too out-leveled. If the Death Watch can't be bothered to do the jobs, they can piss on. Well, that's an interesting comment, but also true. No, I don't want to talk to you, Paradoxal. I like you, but no. Braced for trouble, Aaronville's composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Nami. Wild banana blend. Interesting. I like the look of that one. Although I do like the look of tender short. I think I've already got that. Let's see. Aaronville's composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Nami. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wuklamot, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dust Watch. Well, now that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? Yep. I've saved the star. I may have saved the star on one occasion, no more than any other adventurer. Triple dot. You saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tonatenyoi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect layer for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dust Watch know if you like. Probably best not to tell them. Just a guess. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you've no objections. Yeah, I mean, the deputy's in on it. If you haven't figured that out. He's in on the banditry. He's probably their leader for all I know. It's so cliche. I mean, if you've seen or are familiar with any Western film tropes, and Western I mean like cowboy Western, not Western as in the West. Yeah. The writing was on the wall the moment that we saw him. You find those bandits and you beat them bloody, you hear? If you sense trouble, promise me you'll put yourself first. Yeah. And guess where we're headed, people? We are headed to the bandit lair. The one with the ether current. More cerulean. Personally, I kind of wish we could have seen more blue magic stuff, but that'll have to wait, I guess. Quite a while, considering I can't get clear the level 60 quest. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Yeah. What was your first clue? They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dust Watch have not noticed by now? Because they're in on it. Duh. Or at least some of them are. A question for another time. First we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. Don't mind me. The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him, probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dust Watch off our backs. Ha! Hey, watch what you say. These winds got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running our crew? It was the deputy. It's the deputy. He's running it all and making money on the side, no doubt. That drunk who bought your story about the gold-shedding alpaca, am I right? Yeah, the deputy's corrupt. Ether current. Don't mind me. Even though I'm totally visible. I literally drove just right by those two and they didn't even notice. Bandits will not notice you here. You can see the eavesdrop on any side. As you lean in to listen, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. A familiar voice? Let me out of here, you bastard, Zekoa. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture most of all. You tell him he can eat shit. Okay. Hey, how about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. The Zeko, the let people keep an eye on him was just an excuse to arrest him and then just let the bandit move on. Don't mind me. Just, passing through. Woohoo! No, you did not see a car driving by. The bandits who took the bracelet may be in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. Well, I found Zakawa in the meantime. The bandits call it knows you here, blah blah blah. Let's get to the juicy stuff. As you lean here, you can hear someone entering the room on the other side. Oh, that's new. If we're back at prize, you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. I reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here, your reward, and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. We are in full view of 3 of the enemy, and they're still finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. Oop. Cutscene. So somehow we made it out of town without any of them noticing. Huh. So were you able to learn anything? Yep. Their leader is a man of the Dust Watch. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please, and you say they gave the bracelet to him? Yep. Seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Yeah, Zekawa is being held prisoner. Zekawa? That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak to the Vulture? Their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Why do they always have to come up with stereotypical names? Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Hirsatawi, but we also know that he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We need to get him alone. I'll storm the hideout. I can take him. Huh. We really should get him alone and then deal with him that way. Then again, these people are so trained. We've already run in and out. They didn't even see me driving my car out through, so let's live dangerously. I could use a little fun. The direct approach may have served you well in the past, but it won't suffice here. Wihutwe is the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. He could claim we are the criminals in all this, and no few people would believe him. Yeah, on what evidence? So, I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luatini Yawamsat. Ugh. Oh, good heavens. Luatini Yawasa. Ugh. First saying that with a straight face, but then again, I guess. Then again, they could have gone with a Welsh name. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. Southwest. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done bargaining, done barging through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of dragon creatures that live to the south of here. Dragon-like? You mean there are dragon? Did dragons ever make it this far? It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create... Oh no, not a literal poop quest. Not a poop quest. Oh dear. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burned. We can then lure the Yehihikiya into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask you to collect the excrement. I knew that was coming. Poop quest, collect poop. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I did not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. 3 pouches of poop coming up. I remember poop quests from WoW. They're always nasty. Whoa. Oh wait, the pterodactyl. Oh. Okay. So that's... And I just pulled it. Come on. No. Survey the area, but see no signs of droppings. So these are the pterodactyls, okay? Technically, pterodactyls are more birds, whereas dragons are bird-laden nests, okay, foul-smelling ones. So the area, if I no sign of droppings, okay, fine, I'll fight you. Summoner can beat anything. Ooh. Okay. You find a pile of Kaya droppings and gingerly scoop them into your pouch. Only one pouch, though, okay? I thought I was given 3 pouches. Then I had to fill 3. Well, at least it's done. They have Triceratops there? Okay. So one of the ancients clearly had a dinosaur obsession once upon a time. Okay. Finished already, are we? Yep. A small hemp sack filled to bursting with leavings. Though you pray to the 12, it doesn't actually burst yet, but the 12 are no longer around. Excellent. This will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibers, dried Nepali tender root, and a generous helping of animal pipes. Come, let's get back to Tuna Tenyawi. Okay, at least get this a little bit there. I assume that's the new extreme mount. I think I've seen that around in some of the PvP. I guess the extreme mount this time is just a pair of wings. Interesting design choice. I still have to get mounts from the extremes. Or Shadowbringers and Endwalker. I don't think I even attempted Endwalker extremes. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Let's see. I'm running out of stuff and I'm running out of space. Tender shortcake. Kind of curious about the tender shortcake, but then again, if I'm doing caster, I should probably. Blowing smoke, Aaronville's gaze is fixed upon the bandits' hideout. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The will come soon after. Shall I go into ninja mode and go hide, or do I even need to do that? I mean, I've driven my car mount through their ranks and they haven't even noticed. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, I'm just tossing this into your campfire. Oh, you can see it. Good heavens. All that poop. What's that smell? Ugh, that reeks. What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Red-haired. There he is. I knew he was responsible. Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? I knew it was him right from the first. And he's got the bracelet on his person. Lovely. I wish I was shocked. I think that was supposed to be a shocking moment. I was not shocked by that. I saw that right from the first. The boss over there. Huh? What in the world? Ah! Run for your lives! So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I found out who did this. I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Yeah, we're not getting the bracelet right now. He's got it on his person. But we do have to lure him away from the others. Hey, what's going on out there? Yeah, there's Zakua. I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. They'll hear you. They already heard. Oh, look. Oh, good. Look, can't you hide? Shit, who was that? You can't remember when you saw someone in another town? That wasn't that long ago. Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. That was always going to happen because he has it in his pocket. The way Arnville was talking, he was being hidden in one of the buildings. He has it on his person. Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there I thought you might actually leave me behind. If Aaronville had his way, probably we would have. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize, we were planning to save you. Eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? Nope. Hey, I'm just having fun with you. But I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? Yep. The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now, too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tanatenyoi, they're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves, kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. Almost like an adventurers guild, just no adventure to be had. More pseudo peacekeeping force. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did. Every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question, but when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. Wait a minute. They live in a desert region and this person's wearing a Bozia caster's coat? He's gonna sweat. I just noticed that. Okay. I talked it over with my friends, Quikana and Liwine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there's no one left to help me, none of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, then, well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture, then? No, not all of them. Okay? The Sheriff, Kemaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the Deputy Chief's, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? No real choice here. For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Sheshenrezi Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. So there's one in here, but right now there's no real cause to go in there, so I'll just keep going on with MSQ. Is he? Okay. I'm grateful he could take us to the Deputy Chief, but it will be all for naught if we're seen. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Shouldn't be long now before Wehutwe shows up. Law of the land. Erinville looks expectantly. Oh, I get another one of those. Erinville looks expectantly for weed. Well, well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliyolo, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. Yeah, he doesn't want to get caught, of course. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Yusatali, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. There's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. Okay? First, we need to lure him away from here over to Yusatali, would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. That's who that's going to be. This will buy me time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Weedway is carrying the bracelet. He's carrying the bracelet. I saw him put it in his pocket. He's carrying the bracelet. You can ask me that, but regardless, there will be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But I saw him put it in his pocket. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. But didn't that not work the last time? A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking law by using a firearm in town? Good point. It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? Oh, thank God. Thank God I'm finally getting dialogue options. That was missing in the first half. I say we let Zekua have his duel. I mean, there were dialogue options in the first half, but they were practically meaningless. Like, there was only one, which was the were you in the running for Dawn's Servant? And that was, in my opinion, the only one that really had any weight. Now I get to actually say something that impacts the plot. I say let Zekua have his duel. We can trust in the old laws as long as we get the bracelet back. Thanks. I sure was lucky running into the two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tana Tenyawi. So it's probably best that I stay in and search the barrels. Yep. That you were. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. No, it would blow his cover if he did. And yeah, a lawkeeper not pursuing a matter of the law. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Hisatale. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. The Kia were likely that Chitona's doing. What's his name? Hmm? And then there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Weirdway is oblivious to your presence. Perhaps a gentle poke will get his attention. Poke. Hmm? What's this? Ah, an unfamiliar face in these parts. Ahem. Have you need of the dust watch, sir? What? Zekora tried to rob you? But you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Might I trouble you to take me to him? Weirdway is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Blah blah blah. We've already done this. We've already read that tons of times. And that's... Ooh, speech bubble. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist. Noezi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Okay. There's something up over there. Is this the place? I don't see him. Whoops, silly me, this isn't the right place. Just a little further. Let's go with the first one. The first one's usually correct. I see. Very well. Lead on. Ooh, another speech bubble spot. Oh, but is this the cerulean pile? Or, okay, well, we'll stop by the speech bubble. It doesn't seem the sort to like these little spots. Oh dear. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Ahem. Best be wary of the beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum, but for you, I reckon they'd make an exception. Yeah, I just had a cerulean bomb just try to come up against me. I don't know how you didn't notice that. Is this the place then? I was sworn I left in here. Sorry, I'm still learning my way around. Could sworn I left in here. This is some sort of joke. Of all that, let's keep moving. Well, since I know I can mount up, I can move a little bit quicker this way. He's still technically following me. But I remember when it used to be that if you mounted up, you lost him. This better be the place. Ah, now I remember. I left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been different. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I will both dearly regret. Another speech bubble. Assuming I can get past this bush. And technically, yeah, that's a bush. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw and he doesn't all cut the chit chat. Wow. Okay, he really is not into chit chat. And here it is. I guess that's the big rock, although the other one was bigger. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zakawa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Confound it, he must have escaped. Goodness me, wherever could he have gone? That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. A weird way. Looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. So much for the sundown encounter. This is more midnight encounter, but
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shishenawetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Ooh, he just gave himself away.
Oh, you've seen it then?
He's got it in his
No,
pocket.
no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
He's scrambling. You would have had to arrest yourself. I'll come off it. I saw you with the bracelet. Yeah.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Oh, now they're rooting for him.
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
I think that the barrel is starting to roll.
Oh, you little shit!
I guess he lost.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. but Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
Haha, that was a pretty nice shot, right? Yep. That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Hang on him. Phew, finally, it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Oh, that was a pretty nice shot, right? Yeah, you already said that. Oh, and blue quests have opened up. Aaronville is relieved to see everything set to rights. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shushnewezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friend. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the spring. I'll catch up to you as soon as I've taken care of my friends. Let's see. Ah, and there's the blue crest over there as well. The blue quests have been fairly formulaic and not really that much of interest. The only one that I can think of so far, I did the ones to get Yaktel. Okay, just keep going. The only one that I found that had a story even remotely of interest was the one with the Yakui who was interested in watching us fight. Our way of doing it, because that seemed to lead potentially to the next tribal society, I guess is what they're calling it. Yeah, societies, societal currencies is what they're calling it now. I wonder why they changed it so recently after changing it the last time. Ether current. Alright, gotta go off the beaten tracks. I spy an ether current. I think, based off of the dialogue, this is the station that we were actually supposed to be going to all along, but we haven't made it here yet. What the? These cactuar, or is that the small cactuar? Huh. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear those bandits got what they deserved. Personally, I don't understand how the townsfolk flipped so much. That that was a bit of a confusing point. I wish we could have seen more of the frustration from the townsfolk regarding stolen items. Granted, we only went after the bracelet for ourselves to give it back to Namika, but the rest of the townsfolk there were very eager to speak against Zekawa, and then suddenly, oh no, there's all my stuff. Where was the connection there? Like, why didn't we hear from those people about more stolen items as we pursued? Yeah, there was a little. They could have fleshed that out a little bit more to have the impact be that much more meaningful. They were understandably worried, but I've told them what happened in Husatari. Our minor adventure made for quite the tale. That it did. Finally, we're starting to get something of an adventure going on here. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It's a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Woklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. I don't know if I'd call her a friend, more of an acquaintance, but... well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. Yeah, oh, I'm totally with Aaronville. Not a friend. More of an acquaintance. I prefer to think of us as... yeah, acquaintances, exactly. Yep. Totally with you, Aaronville. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised. The deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. Why didn't you do anything about it? An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. True enough. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Quikana and Luwine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Rihute put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zekawa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength. Besides, some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended. Didn't I tell you? No, you didn't. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few rumors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. Well then, how did we not feel it in Tuliolol? I can only hope no one was hurt. If it struck while we were in Shaloni, we should have felt it. That would have added a sense of realism. If it happened while we were in Tuliolol, why didn't we hear it? Even a faint rumble. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. I'd like to believe the train will be up and running again soon. Okay. I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do with the tracks as they are. Huh. These people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Wait a minute. That face... it's where I've seen that face somewhere before.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Huh?
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
Eric?
I'm afraid so.
Or is it
Too few hands
Derek?
for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
Oh man, it's Derek, or at
The
least...
succession ceremony?
Ugh.
We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Yeah. we
I have
felt
to admit,
nothing.
It was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you! Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
He looks like Derek from the first.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
It's what happens. What? What the?
There they are.
Hold up.
That's them, the 2 volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe.
Magnus?
And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Jeff. Oh my goodness.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Oh my goodness. Double take tap. Yep. Wow.
Something the matter?
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys? It's nothing. I'm curious about this question.
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
It's them. So I guess this is Agna. I guess that was Agna, or at least, you know, the version of them on... But that carries lore implications. Like, I mean, we thought that the different versions, because like our counterpart, my counterpart as on the first was Ardbert. The fact that they're virtually they're completely identical, although their accents are a little different. Right, we've got work to be getting on with ourselves. So yeah, this is what Agna would have looked like in Shadowbringers. We'll be ready to handle that timber when you and the chief get back. With your help, we'll get the railroad operating again, and then you'll have the chance to see our engine in motion. It's poetry, I'll tell you. Though no small number live in Shaolani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hitsaru, as they largely live in accordance with older traditions. I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Now we are in 96. Okay. We can swap back to Viper. One with nature. Aaronville is eager to be off to the Yonan Plain. Come, let us follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. Alright. Eric, Jaff, Magnus. Yeah. I thought I was having a double tick there. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Now, at first I'm gonna go get that other, look into getting that other, ether current. It said it was up here. I thought I got it, but apparently I didn't. I hate driving into a bush. It's over there. Okay. Sure is a big zone, like it feels like it's a big zone, bigger than the other ones. Probably as big as Xak Tural, but at least it was, the other zones were broken up. This one's just really expansive. So this is the train. Oh wait, he said we should look inside as well. Shenza. Oh. Jarek. Oh goodness me, I'm gonna get their names mixed up. I can't get in. No. I wanted to look. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Mewa Hetzoan should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. I wish, not necessarily we had more of those double takes, but I wish I had more of the excitement from that double take of seeing those NPCs in the first half. Such beauty, I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Huh. Certainly a different, biosphere from the rest of the zone. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Yes, I can see that. Truth be told, I have never had direct dealings with the people of, Myrokos, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Cutscene. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Nuezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. That hair. Why does it look like Kona's hair? I am Huato, the chief of Myrokos, and this is my son, Shepetto. A pleasure to meet you. Is this Kona's dad? Let me know in the comments what you think. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Walika, Station Master of Xak Tural Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Myrokos and Arwenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You've a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, and leather, and the faintest hint of meadows awash with unfamiliar flora. I gather you are not from these lands. Nope. I hail from Eorzea. I'm a traveler of the star. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love of her lands and her children. The Hetso, in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. We're to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. The word Hetso, it means leader of soul in the Hetsaro tongue. Does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaro. Here we look to the Ronek for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Such as... We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. Is it just me, or is this Kona's dad? If this is Kona's dad, why did he give him up? If this isn't Kona's dad, but someone else, why are we left to make the connection, especially given that the fact that we're palling around with the sources equivalent of Thaf Jarek, and in this case, Magnus. If they follow the Ronek with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down. Oh, you listen to that flute in the background. It adds to the realism. Okay, if they follow the Ronek with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. This tent is made with the hide and bones of Ronek. I wonder what else they are used for here. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use with someone's eager? I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronek have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Did the earthquake have something to do with it? The stableman near Husatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions, since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum. Shaloni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronek are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we cannot help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsara, but all of Shaloni. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valkona. Valkona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof, he values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Shepetto. Well, he's not wrong, though he has changed a bit. Yeah. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. His journeys have changed him for the better. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood. He is a passionate man who cares for his people, like his sister. Ooh. The first one is technically true to the MSQ. He is a bit awkward and gets misunderstood a lot, but he really is a passionate man who cares for his people. Like, if he heard that he might not stop all of the train hurt work hearing the stuff about the Ronex, but he probably would look into how the noise could be muffled so that it wouldn't disturb the local wildlife. He would definitely be looking into that. Is that so? That is certainly a side of him we weren't aware of. He doesn't like to show it. Myrokos fought beside Valkona in the Rite of Succession. I take his word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? Yep. You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. Oh, you have no idea. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. Well, if the gate to the south is constantly barred to you, you wouldn't hear much of anything other than rumors. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds, that we might see Valkona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? That would be interesting. Just as his father offered us his guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad that we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronek foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if needs be, we'll seek Valkona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. You'll come back, won't you? There's much I'd like to know about the lands beyond Baral. We must talk again soon, next time perhaps on a hunt together. Huh. Let's see, did I get the ether right? No, I didn't. So let's get the ether right while I'm here. Northeast. $73 Elms West? Oh, there. Elms East, okay. So there is one on the other side of the lake or whatever. So now I need to do the blue class. Doesn't breeze, it's galing right now. Flying Popoto? Seriously? Oh, it's, the critter from... So there's another one over here. I know there's one over here. I guess there's one over there. Let's just teleport back and get on with the MSQ. We have to carry all of this back to the station. We've more than enough here to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and a Roanoke? I won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Huh. I need new weapons, so maybe... I do need new weapon. Ooh. Oh, wow, I like that. Oh, look at that. Look at the glow. Huh. That's nice. And the land would tremble. Anvil regards the pile of timber with undisguised wariness. While we wait, we could get started moving timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. Of course, I got the big crates. What are a few logs compared to the 9 countless crates of labyrinthos? True. Deliver the crate of timber to the main road. You have 2 minutes to complete the task. Oh, and unlock the blue quest. Okay. First things first. First things first, I'm carrying this, and I need to, deliver it post-haste. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right that they go before us. Yeah, that makes sense. A pity we can't travel together, though. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nito Weekwe will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shanza, and we've still more to do. Jarek and Taff, all over again, but less trolley talk. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shalani you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Okay, so here's the, if you need to go do the blue quests, do them now. We'll handle the rest of the work from here. You sit tight now. Yeah. My thanks again for your timely assistance. Won't be long now before the tracks are fixed and you're on your way. It'll be good to have the train running again. I missed the sound of her barreling down the tracks. Well, while I'm here, since I don't know if I'm going to be getting over here again, I know I've got to do the blue quests, but why pass up the opportunity to, Ronak Seeker, the distant lowing coming from the far reaches of Lake Tori seems to indicate something is amiss. Well met traveler, have you perhaps seen a Ronak calf around here? I spotted a youngster south of Lake Tori. It seemed like they'd gotten separated from their kin. With all the hungry fiends that roam the area, the poor beast doesn't stand much of a chance without someone to protect it. The thing is, I'm not cut out to defend it from any would-be predators. You, on the other hand, seem more than capable of handling yourself. Would you be willing to seek out the calf and escort it back here in my stead? Sure. They ought to be somewhere to the south of the lake. An escort quest. There it is. Woo! The lost Ronak calf eyes you expectantly. Escort the lost Ronak calf safely to its owner. Should you fail to defend the calf or move too far away, it will return to its starting position where you may rendezvous with it before trying. I'm just doing this because I'm already here. Oh boy. Ah, there you are. Yep. I take it that I'll take that as a thank you. You returned the calf. What a relief to see the Hetzel unharmed. You'd be surprised how often Runic calves go astray. In most cases, they fall prey to some fiend, but such is the way of nature. Though if you manage to get there before the fiends and raise a calf from a young age, they make for excellent beasts of burden. I'm not suggesting I'd go so far as to kill a calf's parents to single one out, yet I do make a point of trying to rescue any stragglers I happen across. The way I see it, that's as much a part of nature as any other fate a Ronak could meet. Thank you, Traveler, for bringing this one back safe and sound. I shall do my utmost to care for it. Because one I saw. I don't know. Well, I can always get back to gathering later. Narratively, I guess I'm supposed to do these other blue quests. Let me know if you want me to do those other ones on stream. I got the other ones for Xak Tural done. Off stream. It turned out they were pretty boring, kind of like that one. Had you fill the sites? Well, they appear to have almost finished. On proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Sure, why not? Oh, we waited a while. I guess it's now daylight. So the next day, the train left.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Oh, this music is wonderful.
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yassolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yassolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you'd better make them quick.
Oh, I guess that's an earthquake.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
What? That was lightning, it looked like.
Gods have mercy.
What?
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Well, whoa.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
We need to get back there right away. We need to follow that airship. Yeah, we need to get back right away. Even if it's not going for Tuliolal, we should inform them of this. Though the fact that it's headed in Tuliolal's direction is not good.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning.
Even more.
The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone!
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Someone help me, please!
Bastard!
What? What the hell?
What did it just do?
Was that? Oh, Bakul Jaja!
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace.
Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Hmm? Now who is she? What the?
That you should still live.
Zoralcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuliolol and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time?
I'd say he always was this
Very
way.
people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Long dead? What does he mean by that?
son. And forgive me.
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of 2 souls, despite the passing of 1. I shall even the odds.
What the?
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Sriracha, wait!
If he really just wanted to
My
eliminate them,
warships will remain in your skies.
he should have just killed her. Wait.
When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
If he really wanted to win, he should have just killed Roquemont right there. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake on Zoologist's part. Father, no. This cannot be. How could this happen? I can scarcely believe my eyes. We did everything we could, everything, but it simply wasn't enough. The real question is, how did he get into the Golden City? Now, we know that he took the 12 of Mercy. More importantly, why is Kettenrom still alive? Because you'd think that they'd attack him, they'd kill him, take the Keystones, and go, why is he still alive? And why didn't he come running to Tuliyola the second he could? Let's see, I can scarcely believe my eyes. We did everything we could, but it simply wasn't enough. No, Papa can't die. He can't. Yes, he can, and he did. No time for tears. Wuklamot is struggling to process what she has witnessed. How could this happen? But I thought they tried everything.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered,
We are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Have some chat for Ulul Jaja. You know, if we heard other characters talk about, if we heard Kona say Papa even once, or constantly saying Papa would make more sense, wanting to say Dad. But because it's only her that does it, it just highlights her immaturity that much more. And the fact that she's like 19, 20 years old, like, we don't know how many years, maybe 3 additional years that Kona has over Wuklamat, but what can we do now? Little Jaja was so proud to be succeeded by his children to think that he will never get to see them carry on his legacy. At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. I don't understand. If only I'd been more careful. Yeah, how did you survive? I'd like to know that, Captain Rom. Because Zeralja, before he became whatever that was not above killing people to get what he wanted. We must see to the people, assess casualties, as well as any damage done to the city. Yes. You see, Kona's already working the problem. His mind is like, yes, he's clearly grieving internally, but, you know, there will be time to grieve later. Ooh, I like the fact that the continuation, they actually left that damaged. Huh. Right, so, Wuklamat. Valkona, I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Lands Guard have begun rendering aid to the people. Good. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the Guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. The people. I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alfino, Alize, could you take base at Bevy and Kryl and Aronville, the palace perimeter? As for Myrokos, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Is there a jumping puzzle that you can get on it onto those platforms? Oh, now that is immersion right there. The fact that they left the craft in the skybox like that. If you're still in pain, there's no need to push yourself. You should be alright now. Many thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wukamat and Valkana? They're not to blame. I understand, I do, but I need to clear my head. From what I understand, they were out fighting, as they should have been. Thank you, sir. But my husband and son, they were... Oh, man. Why did this happen? No entry. Oh, nobody here. And where is that other... Why has it gotten so quiet out there? I'm not sure I want to find out. No, I think what I need right now is a warm soothing. How can you be oblivious? Ooh. Okay. But that doesn't help me deal with... Bitabricks, favorite pods were shadow smashed during the chaos of the big fluster fight, and now his ankle is sprained. But these are only small frets. More importantly, is the city safe now, or still crawling with danger frights? Any news of the inbreakers? I could have sworn I walked all over this circle and found nothing, so let's try moving on. Were you hurt? I must say I am a little, okay, befuddled citizen. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing the enemy leader. They say he looked like Zoralja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the First Promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? All very good questions. Oh, I love that the grass moves around you. Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Galul Jaja. We were safe, but now... I'm sorry I raised my voice. I don't know what to do. Completely understandable. That just leaves someone I can't seem to find up in this area. But first, let us go to Basic Bevy and check in with Alfino and Alize. I'm sure I'll catch up with them at some point, because that's how these things kind of go, but I'm curious to see if they have any flavor text. Ah, here's Alfino. I'm afraid we were too late to save him. And there's Alize. My family, are they safe? What happened? So Bakul Jaja protected you. That's wonderful. All this wreckage. Ah, there's the dazed, okay, dazed citizen. We scarcely had time to welcome our new rulers, and now this, can't we have a day of peace in this damned city? But thanks, I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They looked like people, but they killed, and killed with no hesitation. If they attacked us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? You finished dating the people here? Yep. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Did you go and see how things are at the Talon March? Afterwards, go and find Alize at Basic Bevy. Well, the Talon March is here. I'll work my way through Bayside Bevy. Saying it's dinner time on him. Yeah. There was no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. The first scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. The dock is still perfectly intact. Nothing out of place here. That was saying the shop. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ship continues to loom overhead. Yeah. Not certain what caused that to happen. A brief hiccup with the audio there. Oh man. I've helped all those I could find and seen them delivered into the Lands Guard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Lands Guard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Zeralja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Namachi? Even after what's happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs to rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornaturk Gleam Sands. Who were those people? Good question. And were some of them even people? Recover thoughts. And he's still just focused. Like, okay, he's focused on the job, on the world quests. I mean, like, how could he be? How could he be? The place is in shambles. Your main structure survived, but the rest of your tables are spent.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. A drink.
There you are, Lamati. I was beginning to...
You're wasting the medicine.
Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamati.
He's dead. You're wasting the medicine.
Lamati!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamati. You need rest. You and him both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
You're no use to them, fatigued or dead.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together. You won't save your people by brooding.
You're right. This isn't the time for sulking. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokwista longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did.
Yeah, but not everyone in the world shares that philosophy.
My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people. Our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal.
And this is news to you?
What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
I'm fine, I just need a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Xak commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alice I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Okay, once I'm done with this quest, I will be ending this part of the stream because this has been going on for a little while and I need dinner. That's kind of what that was coming by to say. Oh, you're back. By that I take it to mean Lamachi is feeling better. She does need to be strong for the people of Tural, I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight. Together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Okay, and with that, I'll call this play the Let's Play to a close. When we next return with the MSQ continuation, we will be continuing with picking up with Alice here. If you liked what you saw at any point, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, hit the notification bells. It's a small thing from each of you, but it helps the channels out tremendously. Thank you in advance. And let me know in the comments as well if you want me to go back and pick up the blue crests on screen or to do that off screen. And with that, I shall see you anon, friends.